Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question's to the Minister of Social Development and Employment. What reports, if any, has she seen on the impact of the recent GST increase on low-income families?
The
Speaker,
Honourable Bill English.
On behalf of the Minister, I have seen reports from today's Dominion Post which says that recent tax cuts, which are part of the tax package, including an increase in GST, have added $30 to the national median weekly take-home pay packet in October, driving home affordability to the most affordable level in recent years.
The Honourable Annette King.
Mr Speaker, would a drop in income and an increase in GST have an impact on the budgets of low-income New Zealanders?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, of course, if that happened in an individual case, they may be worse off. The drop in income, any drop in income, which I'm sure is the drop the member is going to refer to, occurs when people, for instance, lose their jobs. A whole lot of Marion Pacific people lost their jobs because those jobs were reliant on excessive government spending, excessive borrowing, and they weren't sustainable jobs. We are going to create sustainable jobs so when they get the jobs, they can keep them.
The Honourable Annette King.
Question, Mr Speaker.
Order.
I take from that answer then the Minister has seen the information from Statistics New Zealand showing that the median income for Māori has dropped by 11% and the income for Pacific people has dropped by 19% in the 2 years under a national government. And does she think that this will impact on the ability for families to cope at present?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, as I pointed out, those figures take account of all sources of income. For those who have kept their jobs, their wages have gone up. To those who have lost their jobs, Labor should be apologising because those jobs were created by wasteful government spending and a mismanaged economy, and they weren't sustainable jobs.
Joe Goodhue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Order. Point of order. The Honourable Parakura Haramia.
Mr Speaker, the Minister seems quite clear on why things have happened. Can he then give us a response why the unemployment rate for Māori is the same to what it was before? Because he's talking rubbish.
Order. There will be no comment. Order. Now, I'm not sure what the member was trying to do there, whether he was seeking to ask a supplementary question. I thought he raised a point of order, and that's why, after I'd called Joe Goodhue, I came back to the member because I thought it was a point of order. If I got that wrong, I apologise to the member. Was it meant to be a point of order, or was it a supplementary? Well, it certainly wasn't, and I don't... Order. And I accept that I was a bit slow in dealing with it. Joe Goodhue, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr.
Point of order, the Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Just quickly to help through you, Mr Speaker, I'm sure if the member sought leave to ask a question, I'm sure we on this side of the House would grant it.
Order. We won't do that. Joe Goodhue's got a supplementary question.
What support has the Minister seen for the reversal of the budget tax package, including the GST increase and across-the-board personal tax cuts?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, I've seen no support for a reversal of the budget tax package, even from the Labor opposition, who've had the national focus of a by-election to promise to unroll the policy that they keep opposing here in the House.
The Honourable Annette King.
In light of the Prime Minister saying New Zealanders would be better off after the tax switch, how can that be the case for Pacific people whose median weekly income, inflation adjusted, has dropped by $89 a week, and for Māori by $60 a week in the 2 years under a national government? Nothing to do with a Labor government, but under a national government, according to Statistics New Zealand.
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, as I've explained, the drop in the median income has occurred because Māori and Pacific unemployment has gone up. And it's gone up because of the recession induced by the Labor government because of its damaging economic policies and a global financial recession. Maori and Pacific who have kept their jobs or found a new job, if they're among the 40,000 who found new jobs, their wages have gone up, and we are going to create sustainable jobs for those on benefits.
Order.
Speaker, supplementary question.
Order. The Honourable Annette King, supplementary question.
Do I take from the Minister's answer that he is saying that a Pacific Island woman who has lost her job because she was providing home care to an elderly person under a Labor government that was providing such care was a waste of money and a waste of time?
The Honourable Bill English.
No, Mr Speaker, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that the promises made by the Labor Party to Pacific Island communities that they had performed some magic about creating jobs for them turned out to be false promises. And this time round we are going to manage the economy properly so that jobs are created that are sustainable and that they will keep those jobs once they get a new one.
Question number 3, Todd McLeay.
Thank you.
Order. We've dealt with that question.